We now return to trying my patience. Paul, what do you have to say? I have uncovered some terrible information. The team is assembled in the safe house. Please meet us here when you are able. That's all you had to say to me. So, I'm still hanging on to the booze. What the fuck for? I don't think I have anything. Actually, I do. This was the mission that the what's-it guys wanted from me, right? Because there was that phone. No? You're sure I didn't pick something up in there? I seem to recall that I did. Whatever. It's just raising the money. Terrible information. What now? I have new information. I'm afraid it isn't good. So you said. Go on. 2 years ago, a large shipment of a highly lethal radioactive bioweapon disappeared en route to a storage facility in Dresden. The weapon was designated X-15. I've traced the path of the missing shipment. It was delivered to Harfeld Manor. That sounds horrible. It is. I've heard of this stuff before. Back in the service we called it Doom. I've never run across it in the wild, but I've heard enough horror stories to know that I don't want to. The stories you've heard are correct. This Doom is an extremely dangerous substance. I've been reading up. To this day, the story of Doom remains a cautionary tale in biotech circles. Monoclonal antibody technology is strictly regulated now, and this substance is one of the reasons why. Regulated by who? The world is run by corporations. What does this stuff do exactly? Doom kills by destroying a host's muscle tissue via radioactive decay. Each individual Doom antibody is bound to a radioactive isotope. When introduced into a host, the antibodies bind to surface-level muscle tissue. The tissue is then killed with alpha radiation. Jesus. I've heard Doom was deployed in a couple border skirmishes back in 41. After seeing what it did to people up close, the UCAS passed a unilateral ban on the stuff. Okay, so I hesitate to ask, what would a dragon want with this? Nothing good. That much goes without saying. This development worries me. It worries me greatly. If the dragon is stockpiling bioweapons, we've got an even bigger problem than we thought on our hands. Well, in my book, this doesn't change anything. I mean, it ups the stakes if Firewing's allowed to carry out her plans, whatever those might be, but we're gonna stop her before that happens. I agree with Dietrich. Whatever the dragon's larger plans might be, the fact is that she's after us. We shouldn't let ourselves get distracted by anything else. I concur. For the time being, we must continue forward. So, let's go pay Alice's fee. And he's just gonna book it back to the cafe, I guess, by walking into the shelf there. New inboxes. One last DVD. Okay. Thank you for your service. As a sign of our appreciation, we've decided to reward you with a piece of biotech that one of our operatives acquired on a recent job. If you wish to take advantage of this, go see Dr. Esquivel. The implantation surgery has already been paid for. Great. Make sure to go do that. Claim payment. 400 bucks. Let's post the donor list. Okay. So, we haven't yet grabbed that. So I guess I go back to the cafe. I guess while we're here, we can talk to people. For whatever reason. Any thoughts on that last run? That complex needed to be buried. What they were working on in there was an atrocity. I'm glad we put a stop to it. Okay, well, I guess we haven't proceeded far enough to increase whatever's going on in the dialogue tree. You can come with me, Dante. Anything you have to say, Dietrich? I'm curious. Why did you switch from fronting a band to running the Shadows? Honestly, working the stage was getting boring. The Dragon Slayer wanted me to fight a real enemy. I left the band behind and turned to the Shadows. How long have you been looking for a real enemy? The last one? Who was this last one? A gang boss. An orc who led a local chapter of the Horde. Let's have a look at this DVD. $20.50. We all know what happened to that. The Luftwaffe didn't shoot down Firewing. They tried. The Dragonfall was caused by an experimental warhead designed by Adrian. So Firewing isn't dead, it's just a spirit right now. Disembodied. So that's why Adrian was convinced that she's not dead. So clearly someone is finding a way to put her back in her body. Okay. Well, that's the end of that. We may as well talk to, Paul. I almost called him Adrian. Never mind. We don't have any character development with you whatsoever. Okay, let's go talk to What's-Her-Face in the cafe and get paid for this so we can get Alice and finally progress the main story. Because so far, this whole thing has been side questing. She's not here. I believe I was told where she would be. Unfortunately, I don't have a fucking pointer. Oh, we have to go back to the what's-it, don't we? No, we can't go talk to Alice yet. Because I need the money before I can go talk to Alice. So, what the fuck? Alright, well let's go get this new implant while I'm pondering what the fuck I'm doing. Adrenal Contractor. 1 AP, but take an additional 2 damage from attacks. Do I want that? Doesn't sound so great. That's in the body. So no, I definitely don't want to replace my implanted armor. Thanks for nothing, guys. I'm coming down here to give a buck. Give a buck. Alright. Let's go check the job boards again, because that allows me to look at pending jobs. I mean, I've talked to Amsel, and I'm working to raise that, so where the fuck is my money? Let's go talk to this guy again, I guess. Completely wasting my time. Ah, here we go. Wow. Claim payment for the prototype extraction. That would have been nice. To call your work unsatisfactory would be an understatement. Alright, We should now have enough. Got more than enough. Okay. God damn it. Is there a reason I couldn't have done this on my own? I need your password to transfer Alice's payment. Okay. Once you make your way to the rabbit hole with the funds, it's go time. I trust you understand what I mean by that. Go ahead and clarify it for me. What I mean is that retrieving Alice's information will be your only priority. No more distractions and no more side work. I'll busy myself canceling your remaining jobs and smoothing any ruffled feathers. Okay, anything else? Just that you need to be sure before committing to this. Time is important. A great dragon wants us dead, and that is not a thing to take lightly. But you shouldn't return to the rabbit hole until you are prepared to act. If you have any doubts, I urge you to wait. Okay, well, I could... I mean, I'm pretty sure I've bought everything I need to buy. I do have 11,000 here. I think I'll wait a minute here. So, I guess... when he said go, it would just take us there, and I wouldn't have the ability to run around and do stuff? Is that what that's saying? Because if it is, that's kind of a big deal. Let's look at the job board. There's still this one where we have to go in and kill the guy. I could get a little bit more money there, but if this is it, let's go ahead and talk to people one last time. Oh, great. Well, here we go. More character development. So it's just going to keep giving me the same things. Unless I can break through. So a few days after my 14th birthday, I began to express, magically. You're magically active? I was, not anymore. Anyway, I turned 14, I awakened. Don't even remember how my parents found out about it. I think my dad caught me playing with a tiny city spirit that I coaxed out of a pile of garbage. With everything that happened afterward, those days are kind of a blur. What I do remember is my father's response to the revelation that his little girl was a witch. Beat the living shit out of me. All the while, my mother was screaming and flailing at him. She took a couple of licks with the hammer, too. It's a miracle you survived. I'm just lucky, I guess. So after what felt like an hour, Dad stopped tuning me up with the hammer. I had broken ribs, a busted arm, couldn't see out of my left eye. Oh. Okay. Well, I think we're kind of at the end of the game here. What am I doing? Not this. I need to go talk to what's-his-face. Go talk to Blitz. Get to the end of his story. Because we got to the end of Dietrich's. He's hiding in the corner, for whatever reason. Okay. Let's go see if we can finish off Glory's storyline. Or if we have to finish more of the game before that unlocks. I hope it doesn't just repeat. I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. Spit it out already. Well, considering that I just brought down a building on who knows how many people, killing who knows how many people, and destroying the lives of who knows how many people, I don't think I can really judge you. Okay. Is there more to that story, or is she completely done? Okay. Are you done now? Yeah, we're done now. Okay. So everyone is complete. I'm pretty sure I have done all I can. I'm gonna sit, think about where I want to spend my karma, see if I can spend this money on anything good, and then we'll be prepared for what I'm assuming is the end game. I'm gonna end this one here. I'll see you next time.